Good morning again. I had to get myself a little bit together. My pan is still warm, but I am going to turn it off. So there goes that. Now these got a little browner and they got a little firmer. So I don't know So we're gonna put a little love together. I can tell you now that 9 times out of 10, I will not make this meal again. So I just plan on doing one thing, and that's showing myself that I can try. Number two, I'm not going to force myself to eat a meal that I can't eat after I try. So if I can't eat it, I just can't eat it. It is what it is. It was dropped here by accident. It was not my order, but that doesn't mean I have to just throw away food. You understand? Now I do hear people in the washroom, so there goes that. And that cannot cut. I don't want somebody to see me with this knife or this counter and say, "Ooh!" That cannot cut. So there you go. Now, ooh, ooh, ooh. Mm. Mm. And I want to show you something too. So, ah! Woo! Boys and girls, yeah. Woo! Lord have mercy. Mm. I'm not sure I could do it, but I have to say something. I know somebody's laughing. It is okay. It is okay to laugh. Sometimes you have to show yourself if you can do things. You cannot conquer your fears unless you try. But I am wondering what's gonna happen after he comes down and the camera's not going. It's not rolling. So I'm just trying to fix it a little bit. Just try to fix it, boys and girls. I don't think I'm doing too much fixing though. So I'm gonna distract myself for a minute. Okay, I went to the Dollar Tree. Woo, my skin is not feeling good. I went to the Dollar Tree the other day and I saw these glasses. I only saw two, so that means that they were already there and they were mostly sold out or whatever the case may be. But we already know that my kitchen is blue and white. Now I had these for a couple of days, so I saw these glasses and I love them. Now these are the lemon glasses. I don't know if I still have my lemon bowls, but I wanted to see, and I've been in this cabinet and I don't have them. Oh man. Well, but look, can you see? Look at that. Oh, it matches my Dollar Tree bowl. Look at that. Ooh, I'm going to get another bowl. Yes. And they only had two, like I said, so I picked up both glasses. I love thin glasses because the ice stays longer than that thick. Who drink out of them thick glasses like the jelly jars when we were little and really poor? Ah! Woo! Now, somebody remembers those jelly jars with little rabbit or whatever that was way back in the days. Boys, I am 56 years old. I'm not 70 yet. And if I was and I was still here, I would be blessed. But somebody has to remember them jars. I love those little jars. And I really wish I had one. But let's take a bite out of crime now, okay, boys and girls? Mm. love Japanese mayonnaise. You, it's not really something you can explain. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. I really love this bread. Mm, 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 mm. I guess I'm keeping my bananas. I'm not sure. I may have to make it with the banana, with the mayonnaise and the bread, and I can eat it. I can't eat it by itself. There's no way that's not happening. Mm, 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 mm. My mom's not gonna believe I ate a banana. I'm telling you that now. She's not gonna believe it. Mm. I cannot believe I'm eating this banana, but I'm going to have to send a video to my mom. She's not going to believe it, but when I say you have to try some things, some of the things that you're afraid of, I haven't lived in fear. If you knew the things I'm afraid of that will not harm me, you wouldn't believe it. But this morning I woke up and I needed to walk around with my dog, Miranda. I really needed to walk around. I had to get some things off my chest, but I released it to God. I said, I don't have any intentions on spoiling whatever. So I just walked around with Miranda and I started speaking to God and I called out God's name and I'm just in here grinding and taking care of myself. Then I started washing around and just wiping around, and all I kept saying is, I love my home. I have to surround myself with what is going to heal me, and that is it. And I am so sorry. I legit had to walk away. I had to walk away, but I kid you not, in my mind, I keep going back to people, places, and things that are familiar, that make me feel a certain way, but the end result is trauma. And that's it. I have lived in trauma for damn near all my 56 years of living. And the only thing I ask every single day is just let me try something that I am afraid of. But right now my fibromyalgia is burning. My stability is not stable. That's why you see me holding on this cabinet. And I cannot eat this. This last bite, I'm not gonna force myself. I did what I wanted to do. I made some progress, but I cannot eat this. My stomach is riddled with anxiety, which means it is about to worsen in pain, and that's it. But I can't eat anymore, and the best thing is I did try, so I can't eat no more. My stomach is saying, why did you do that to me? And my stomach is saying some other foul words. Coral, stop laughing. But I'm a little dizzy, but I still did the best I could, and that's all that matters. But I'm gonna tell you why I'm still talking, because you may say, why are you still talking? Because if I talk myself away from what my body is telling me, then when I put this video down, maybe my mind won't tell me, and I may not go into what's going to happen next. So that's what I'm doing. Plus, I don't know if you understand, when your body goes through something on the lower half and then it starts coming up to the other half, if you move your mouth a little bit more, hold your head up and keep swallowing, it will help you. It's not the best method to the madness, but it will help you. I know I have had to perfect it. So I sit on my bed sometimes, hold my head up, and just keep swallowing to keep me from doing whatever my body wants to do. But sometimes your body releases what's not good for you. But this banana is good for me because it has good stuff in it. So therefore, I'm going to eat this piece of banana. Mm-mm. Mm, 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 mm. But mm, 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 mm. I tried not to swallow. I didn't want to pause the video and spit it out. But I kid you not, I'm eating the other half of my sandwich. You believe me when I tell you I'm eating it. I'm not going to eat the other bananas, though. I'm going to take them in the other room. I might have just lied. I'm not eating the other half of the banana either. No, I'm not. But I'm still. Ooh. I tried. I need to go say hello to the bathroom. But stay with me. Oh, thank God for allowing me to try. And I am not going to the bathroom. I am not going to the bathroom. That is not beneficial to me. That is not helpful. And it's not good. I am not going to the bathroom. That's it. Okay, King. Let's do this together. I am not going to whatever. Okay, Mary. Let's get it. I am not going to whatever. Coral. Let's get it. I am not going to whatever. That's it. I don't care how many times you have to talk to yourself. Talk to yourself. If you feel a certain type of way, remind yourself if this is beneficial to you. If it's not, it's not. Oh well, no one knows you better than you know yourself. That's it. But I kid you not, my stomach is feeling a little better. I do not want to walk into that bathroom, so I'm going to stay right here and let my YouTube channel do what it do for me. Now, I kid you not, I already recorded today, and I threw the video in the garbage. I just deleted the video because why? Sometimes there's a little bit too much sharing, and when I get to that part, I'm going to just delete my videos. What I am... Ooh, Lord have mercy. That is horrible. Well, we already know that. We know that. We know it. I better make me some tea. It's called calm stomach. So I'm just going to heat up my little bit of water. But I'm still not going to the bathroom. Have you noticed that? Amen. Woo! Where's my cup at? Right there. You know, one of the things that bothers me, I kid you not, don't be Grove style, honey. I am teaching myself that I love myself, and I'm doing what I have to do, because guess what? I am alone in this house, and this is how I prefer to be, so amen. Let me tell you something, boys and girls. You don't really understand the concept of peace. Peace through a struggle is peace when you don't have an added asshole in the mix. I kid you not. The worst problem sometimes is when we just don't have 5 minutes to ourselves. I don't care how it may sound. It is my truth, and that's it. You can like it or you don't have to like it. The best gift in everything is knowledge. I'm a nervous person, so you will very, very seldom find me without a bra. I kid you not. I'm not going to bed without one. When I shower, I'm going to put back on one. I'm just not going to, you're not going to find me without a bra. Anything can happen, and I will end up outside that door. I want to be me in wholeness to the best of my ability. Now, I already know I'm going to be wobbling. I already know I may fall. I already know I'm going to be crying. I'm going to be all of that. But I am going to have whatever comfort I have, and my bra is comfort. Now, I sit here this morning and I said to myself, just say if I wanted to come out of the shower and walk around with no clothes on, just feel the comforts of my home. I paid to stay here. I may not want to put on panties. I may just want to walk around and say, I have all of that. So that is beautiful. You hear me? That is beautiful. If you are in your home and you are feeling down, whatever the case may be, I am really and truly telling you, I am there with you because I cry more than anybody can possibly understand. But this morning, when I woke up, I opened up my blinds. The same blinds, shades that are normally not open. I opened them up. So right now I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm looking at 6 apartment windows right over there. When this camera is not rolling, my TV will come back on. And I'm going to take this cup of tea into my craft room. My craft room is causing me a little discomfort because I don't have what I need in there. But guess what? Little by little I will, and I'm going to take my time, and I'm going to respect one thing, and that is what I have access to right now. That is it. I have $10 and some change in my checking account. Boys and girls, if you don't know how good that feels, amen, for somebody who usually has nothing in their account after the third, I am very happy. So guess what? I am going to sit right here and 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 have access to what I have access to. I found some really nice cards that I cannot believe I made. I'm like, where was I when I made those cards? And I know I made them. So I am so thankful to everyone who tries to remind me not to get rid of when I'm feeling a little panic. Right now, my arm is hurting here, my back is hurting. I'm stressed out about this knot right here on the back of my neck that's getting better. I have another knot right here. I have another knot right here. It is what it is. I just know. See, I don't even have to point to it. You can see it. I just know that I found my surgeon papers in this apartment a few days ago, which means I have the date and everything where the doctor told me to go see the surgeon. I'm not going to see the surgeon, and that's it. But what I'm dealing with right now is the fact that my daughter is wanting me to go to the doctor, and I know why she wants me to go to the doctor, and I know, but I sit down and I see what other people go through. Right now I'm feeling someone who's watching my channel, because I already know their storm, but I'm feeling them right here right here, and I don't want to feel it. And the reason why I feel it is because they're holding back some tears. But right now, as I'm thinking of someone who watches my channel, right in here is where I'm feeling them. Right here. And they're holding back tears. But sometimes you have to cry. So I'm going to tell you something that helps me. And if you want to know what I mean, just try it. Even if it sounds crazy. Because sometimes crazy is not as crazy as you think it is. Go in your bathroom. Close the door. Put the toilet seat down. But if you are a person who just doesn't have any care in the world about what anyone may think or what you may do, pull your clothes down and just sit on the toilet. But no, that's all right. Just do it. Just go in the bathroom, put the seat down, whatever the case may be, close the door. When the darkness is in the bathroom, take your back, lean it back, lean your head back, and close your eyes. Okay, I need one person to tell me. Can you hear that? It's like 8 o'clock in the morning, and they're going to Coney Island. Wow, that's a nice drive. But you see how happy they were? Woke up in kindness and love. They're going to Coney Island. Let you they about to get busy. Can you hear? See, now I didn't even have to tell you. You heard it for yourself. Let me know if you heard it, because I don't want anyone to think I'm going bonkers in here. But that was outside in the hallway. So yeah, just do that. Sit back, lean back, put your head back, and just close your eyes and just feel what you feel in the bathroom. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of people don't realize that some people get overwhelmed and they need a space to just So sometimes if you know someone's in the bathroom and they're in there for a long period of time and you're like, what are they doing? Maybe they're in there because that's their space. That's their space. I kid you not, this whole apartment is my space. But I have more fear now living here. I have to go say something to them. He is laughing. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. He is laughing. Oh my goodness. I cannot tell you what happened. I ended up out in the hallway, and it turns out to be the same person that was out there before when I had to pass something to somebody else. I said, I'm so sorry, but and I saw, I'm like, I went back. I said, just want you to know you're on my YouTube channel. But I saw it like this. I ran right in my apartment, boy. That is fine as hell out there. But we trying to stay away from stuff like that. Woo! Am I human? Yes. Wow! I gotta stay away from that. Woo! Lord have mercy. Can somebody get your girl? Woo! Lord have mercy. I am off of that train. I am off of that train, but I guess I am still alive because, honey, woo, when I saw that, I'm going to say right in here, I'm going to bolt that door down. I am watching a show called Divorce Sisters, honey. If Tyler Perry is not spilling the tea, nobody is, honey. And he is speaking his truth in that show. Honey, we are women and we wear blinders, honey. But let me tell you why we wear blinders and what we don't understand sometimes. It is that goody stick, honey. Stay away from the goody stick. If you stay away from the goody stick, honey, it will help you in ways, I kid you not. But then you say to yourself, I say to myself, if we stay away from the goody stick, how do we reproduce and continue this beautiful world we live in? But the goody stick comes with chaos, because once a manipulator can see that they got you, all they have to do is see that they have you. I kid you not. If you want the goody stick, take the goody stick. Walk that goody stick to the door before 7 p.m. Wish that goody stick the best. Call them to make sure they reach home. Make sure they are out of your home at 7 p.m. Honey, after 7 p.m., don't have no goody stick in your house. If you can grind on that, you will get so much. You may say to yourself, well, I'm working from this distance. Well, guess what? The rule still applies. 7 p.m. Have that ass out your door, honey, because I kid you not, that goody stick wobbles on foolishness. You hear me? Foolishness and chaos. I sit here and watch. I am waiting, boys and girls, but I think I turned off my air. Woo! That man put me up in something. No, he did not do this morning. Woo! Boys and girls, let me tell you, I hate to get on these videos sometimes. I really do, because sometimes my TV. But let me tell y'all something. I am absolutely. I'm not gonna tell you anything that I think will spoil the show for you. But I believe someone is gonna reach the breaking point where there is no return, because she is wearing blinders, baby. She's wearing blinders. And I am absolutely cracking up while I'm watching this show, because someone that I love with all heart is like in the show, boys and girls. I am singing. I'm like, wow! And I'm laughing. That's why I'm not engaging. Staying away, honey. Staying away. Sometimes we may want that Kit Kat bar, and we have to say, that Kit Kat bar does not have what I need in it. So those little four little breaks, I even saw a Kit Kat a couple days ago in the store, and I wanted. I said, I'm not gonna do that because I know what it's gonna do to me. I don't have the most control like I would like, because if I was to show you what's sitting on my table right there, you was like, oh my goodness, I know she doesn't want to eat. I don't. And every time I put it in my mouth, but you know what I said? I have to give myself one thing that I want in order to keep my sanity a little bit because I'm tired of crying. But I kid you not, take some time to stop, look, and listen. One of the things I'm really happy about is that I got a phone call a couple days ago. And although the person didn't say you were right, the person shared some goodness coming in their life and they understand what kindness is doing. We have to learn that kindness is free to be given, not to be abused, which means you have to learn to. So it goes that. Now, I found a few greeting cards yesterday and I put them right there on my table, and I already know what I want to do with them. But yesterday, the day before yesterday, I went to the Dollar Tree. The cashier got a greeting card and a bracelet, and I kid you not, the joy on her face when she saw it was amazing. That is a gift in itself. And then I went to the place to get my other thing, and she got a bracelet and earrings, and I saw the gratitude. But I kid you not, there are times in this world where we need money. I need money. I need money. Right now, I need money for something. But you know what I said? I'm not going to stress it. I'm going to let the powers that be do what the powers that be do. Why? Because I realize one thing about me. I am human and I want to be a part of the community just like everyone else is. But with all of what I am seeing all over this, whatever's going on, I am so blessed to be inside here. So I'm going to just do one thing, and that is watch this TV show because I am like, oh my goodness, I have to pause it sometimes to stop laughing. I have to pause it sometimes to stop crying because that show is freaking real, boys and girls. And you know somebody in every story thing. Now, what I am in the midst of right now is where the man just found out he wasn't the father of the child. I already knew he was going to find out, and I knew exactly how he was going to find out. And what is so sad is the fact that the person cannot help what happened because they can't help who they love. And if you stop, you look and you listen, you will understand that none of the details matter in life. You really truly cannot help who you love. Sometimes a connection is formed and it doesn't matter what the connection is formed with, the connection is there. But this connection here with her is 110% real because why? Most people's connection is through the goody stick, boys and girls. So, and it doesn't matter if you are a walking Vienna sausage. It doesn't matter if you are a walking Vienna sausage. And I already know Tina is coming for me. I already know the girl is coming for me. Yes, I said it. Walking Vienna sausage because they are out there. But I kid you not, it does not matter if you have a ruler or not. If you love yourself and you're a woman and you really love yourself and you want some of your glamity left, you better leave them damn yardsticks alone and you better go find yourself a Vienna sausage. I kid you not. But you'll find out when you get older. Right now, while you're young and dumb, you might think this is what matters. Nah, that's not what matters. I kid you not, and I have to be very gentle how I speak. There's a whole lot of stuff going on behind closed doors. Now, I'm not going to be too okay. I was handcuffed.
I was behind. I was handcuffed twice in my life. Once was when I found out I was with a man who was having sex with a man. So I need to say that from the gate for me to be understood. So at that moment, my mind was one place and one place only, and it was about my survival because I thought all was up in here, and if you were watching my channel back then, you understand the hustle and grind. It was very ugly, boys and girls. It was very ugly, but I saw him a couple days ago in front of my building, honey. I was wrapped up around my boo boo. That's my best friend. So he was here a couple days ago, so we actually saw each other. So always gonna be my ride or die. We had to get to a point of understanding, and the understanding came from honesty because their person wasn't safe enough and didn't feel that they could come to me. But now we're good. But I shouldn't have had to wear these for us to be good. You understand? But if I had listened, if I had stopped, if I had looked, then I would have. And in all of the things I kept saying that looked a little, if I had just stopped and took it all in on my own, I would have been good. So where I thought I was right, but it all happened. So there is no ill will, nothing but love. But boys and girls, we have to be safe. When I was going through that, someone was in my home and she thought it was funny. And I kid you not, that was the hardest time of my life. I thought I was walking into 25 to life. You hear me? I did not care. I didn't care. My mind was gone. I was walking into 25 to life. And someone was in my home and she thought it was real cute. And I didn't say anything. I heard her laugh. There's some comments that people say that they think is beneficial to the situation. It's not, but I kid you not. Right now, that same person is paying child support to their child, lost full custody of their child, and basically lost their entire life. Now they're walking on Wilderness Street and everything. Why? Because she happened to go in the bathroom of her home and her mate was bending down, I guess washing up or something. And however she saw with her eyes that something was somewhere that it had no business being. And her whole freaking world changed upside down. Now, I kid you not, I am never going to throw salt in her wound, but I am freaking glad that I was alive to see Karma whoop her ass for what he did. But because her pride was so high and she was so, she didn't want to tell anyone what she did to cause her to snap. But he went right to the judge and took her child. That's right. You cannot laugh at someone else's storm because you don't know when that storm is coming back to say hello, ding dong. So, and I kid you not, I feel so bad for the child because guess what? She was a very good mother. And that I saw myself. She wasn't the type of mother that would say, get the fuck out of my refrigerator. Nah, not that kind of mother. She was kind, loving. I remember one time when someone else wanted to pick up her daughter, and she said, "No, my daughter down. My daughter can walk. She don't need you to pick her up." And her voice was so calm, so steady. She was just a good mother. Not saying that those things make you a good mother, but I'm just saying her peace, her stillness, her everything. And it's true. You don't need people picking up your baby once your baby can walk. Let your baby be free. Listen to these kids sometimes, honey, but her whole existence is gone now. Why? Because she didn't want anyone to know what that man did. Now someone else that I know of, I feel their pain. This morning I was right here and I was holding Miranda and I was able to feel the person's pain. Why? Because they found out that their husband is wobbling on what? The back door street. So when I say what I'm saying, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with someone in a relationship loving each other and all that other stuff. What I am talking about is the betrayal and deceit, what you're doing to another female when you know you want to be with a man. When you are dealing with that, you're looking for this woman to do whatever she's going to do. But women, I kid you not, honey, like that man said on that show, you better become an investigator. That's why I kid you not, I love who I am. Anybody come around here trying to play in the sandbox, you better be real strong, honey, because I'm gonna do everything I can. And you don't even have to show me your baby pictures. I'm gonna find your baby pictures the best way I can, honey. You're not even gonna know. If you even look like you tilted in any kind of way, and you coming around me trying to play, it's not gonna work. The number one way I know I'm going to shield myself from harm. No one is coming to the table here to lay in my bed. Now I don't mind if somebody lay in my bed if I feel like they're clean or other, but lay in my bed and wobble and play with the Vienna and all. No, I'm not even trying to go there. Right now, we are in a state of what? Chaos. Why? Because the prescriptions written for these sexually transmitted diseases is crazy. And I kid you not, be mindful who you have in your home sitting around on your furniture. I kid you not, you may think this girl is bonkers. Well, maybe one of these days you're going to wish you were bonkers too. You want to know why? It is amazing what you can pick up with contact. And I'm not saying a disease, I'm just saying anything. There's so many freaking things. And if you are a person like me that is barely out there, you have to be mindful who you letting inside your home. But I kid you not, I am so freaking thankful. I am thankful for who I am. You want to know why? Because sometimes it is so hard for me to keep my mouth shut. But I have been asking God every day to please keep my mouth shut. Because why? I had to go to ChatGPT about something. And of course, we know ChatGPT is not real. And I'm trying to stay away from that because I know what it is. But the bottom line is, it is here. It is here. So there's so many things that we just cannot avoid at this point in time. Just don't call a business and expect a human to answer the phone. So there goes what? We have to accept what? Life. Anyway, one thing I will never do in the future, I don't care how much I love a man, I will never love that man past what I know he is. That's it. And one of the things that I see that Tyler Perry is showing women is you have to accept who this person already showed you they are. And if you can do that, knowing that this person is living on Wobble Street, Ville Lane, whatever the hell you want to say it is, then your mental and your peace and your sanity will be okay. But I kid you not, one of the things that I thought about recently with someone who really and truly wants to be with me, but due to trauma he lived with, and I was there with him through the trauma, he can't commit himself to anyone. And I love him for his honesty, and that's why I told him, I wish you the best, but I'm not playing on that. No, I'm not doing it. You can put a condom on a penis, but it doesn't mean that what's in that hair. You know what I'm saying? So then you have people say, oh, they don't want to shave because they want to look like they're an adult. But you cannot stop what's in the hair. I don't care what anyone says. And one of the reasons why I know that is because I hate to be confined into a elevator with someone who's wearing hair enhancements and it's not clean, because you can't hide what's in there. And one of the things I noticed of whatever is that men who have braids in their hair fucking stink. It's like, do you realize that your hair stink? That in all them products, and I hate the fact that I smell, like I can smell, so keenly, but it's so like, ugh. Ooh. What? Good morning.
Please submit full payment by 12 p.m. today to allow time for processing. A $25 late fee will be assessed if rent is not received by the 5th of the month. If you have any questions or concerns regarding your account, please contact me at clavoy@dev.com or 914-612-5260.
See, that's why I don't know. I paid my rent on the 29th, and here it is the 5th, a Saturday. This is why I don't like this phone stuff. I turned my phone on this morning, but let's see what time it is. Oh, it's 9 o'clock. I turned my phone on this morning and this message. So now I see that they call you to let you know if it's not there on the 5th, you get a late fee. But I paid my rent on the 29th. So I guess I get a late fee because what? It clearly is not there today. So, ooh, now I know. Now that's just a lesson that I learned. This is my second month here. So going forward, I will be getting my rent, and I'm going to see if I can find some way to just get me a money order. I would prefer to pay my rent through bill pay because there is nothing in this world better than having a bank statement to show that you paid your rent. There's nothing in the world better than that. So hopefully it arrives. If it doesn't, tomorrow's Sunday. There's nothing they can do until Monday, but the fee will be there regardless. So if I have to pay $25 late fee, I will pay the $25 late fee, and then from there I will be paying my rent in a money order. So the only thing I can do is learn a lesson from that, and that's that. Unless they waive the fee, then I use my bank statement again. But at the end of the year, when they ask for the 12 months of bank statements, it's easier to pull up the bank statements for you to have your rent is paid there. So there goes that. But I thought when I saw management, I thought it was like something that happened over here, whatever the case may be. But anyway, recently I have been dealing with something because sometimes, okay, let's go back to this show, but listen very carefully. Sometimes a friend may know something, and a friend may want to say something, but then the friend is remember, we're talking about the show. I want to emphasize that, okay? Sometimes the friend may know something and the friend wants to say something, but the friend has said something, you just haven't caught on to it. But I had to turn around and go to a real friend about something that I happened to be aware of. And when I asked, would you want to know? And she said no. She wouldn't want to know because whatever she had in her mind already was there, and nothing no one could tell her was going to change it. So I was thankful that she said that. And then one day I woke up and I started praying as soon as I woke up, and I started crying and crying and crying because I felt heavy holding on to what I was holding on to. Then I had no other choice. It was an hour in the morning. Of course, I was not going to. And then I said to myself, a lot of decisions that I'm working on, I have to learn to work on them on my own, because at the end of the day, I'm only going to save myself. So at this moment, I'm trying to live in a state of mind where I'm saving myself. So I went to ChatGPT and I put the entire situation there. And basically it said at the end of giving me advice, ask myself, would I want to know? And then don't make that decision based on whether or not I would say. And now I'm watching this show and I'm sitting here watching these women and I'm like, somebody has to know, which clearly right there. But sometimes you have to say to yourself, no, I wouldn't want to know. Not because you wouldn't want to know, you're not yet ready to handle it. So in that meeting, I'm not the type of person that's going to pick up a man's cell phone. I would not have known for sure that the person I was with was doing this wobbly behavior if I did not hear a phone ring, and it was the mystery phone that I was never able to see him answer. He had two, and he would answer one in front of me, but the other one he wouldn't. That was what made me answer the phone. If it wasn't for that, so that was curiosity. But curiosity killed the cat, because I could have did 25 live. You understand me? So don't look for what you cannot handle, and don't spill the tea if someone cannot handle. I kid you not. Someone very dear to me did not tell me something that I really needed to know. And I didn't want anything to do with her anymore because I knew she knew. And it was hard on me to deal with how I was projecting in front of her because I wanted to keep it on a low. And then I went to a little bit of therapy, and my therapist told me at that point in time, would anyone be able to tell me that where my mind was? So the best thing for me now is to understand there's one thing I am going to always be, and that is my own detective. But my detective thing is always, if I'm dealing with someone, I don't need the outside world involved with that. So I really and truly wish that these girls would do one thing and one thing only: learn what not to share. Learn what not to share, because at the end of the day, these may be your friends that you grew up with, but at some point in time, when that wobbly stick come in, that goody stick, it starts to change how people see each other. So now there's one woman on there already moving and shaking because she got that goody stick. And I never felt this way. It's the best. That same feeling is gonna take everything from you if you don't stop now. But I believe her cake is about to be delivered. Woo! Oh, hope nobody out in the hallway. Because when it hits your girl, it's going to be, you're like, I love Tyler Perry. Please bring me another show. I always wanted to be an actress. I can't be an actress, honey. All that mouth activity, it would have to be in my contract, written. You're not putting no wig on my head. You're not putting no makeup on my face. Maybe a little powder to take away the little sweat. And you damn sure not letting me kiss nobody. You're not putting your mouth on that. And then no. And when I see all of this, but there's one lady on there, I noticed the hustling grind, honey. I see it. I'm like, woo! I'm in your corner. I'm in your corner. I love that show, boys and girls, and that is not my typical type of show. I like Hallmark. And I like that other family channel with the Christian movies. But this here, he is spilling the tea. Listen, honey, stop, look, and listen, because Tyler is spilling the tea. I wish I could hug that man. But I have a feeling Tyler's hiding his own damn tea. But I'm going to keep this channel for a while. I have so many shows I want to watch, boys and girls. I kid you not. But I really have to get to the doctor because this pain and this knot in my neck. But I have one there. I have one there. I have one right here. And this one is getting a little smaller. And then this one is going, there, that one's still there. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's 5 I can find so far. 5 I can find so far. And it was only this one. And then it grew into this one back here. And then this one here was a little larger. And then this one was really big. But I'm working on my own remedies because your girl is not going under the table, under the knife, and I am not taking anything that is going to poison my body. That's it. So when I say anything, I don't mean anything because I have some things I can't do without. But this here, I'm going to do what I can do not to go to the doctor because I believe already I know what it is, and whatever it is might scare someone else. Not saying it would or it wouldn't. I should correct that. I'm not going to take any remedies in the medical field for this if it's what I believe it is, and I believe I know what it is, and I love myself, and I always say if I love the powers that be, if it is my time, it is my time. I mean, that's it. That's what happens when you get to where you're at. I'm not going to try. So I believe I feel a certain way, and I'm having these certain, I don't know, I have this thing on my arm. I wonder if I could see, yeah, right there. I'm not sure what in the world. I know what it's not because there's not a few, if you understand what I mean, because I would have blessed, if that was a bed bug. I would be taking a train to whoop her ass for dropping that in my house, but it's not that. Anyway, have a wonderful day. Got it. Bye-bye.